Somebody tricked me into meeting them in Harlem, but it was actually Pun that was on the phone. But I thought he was a promoter. So I was wondering why he was breathing crazy or whatever. Weeks before, there was a diss record that Sauce Money put out, because I think Jay-Z and Pun had beef in the club, and I think they hit Jay-Z with a bottle or some shit. Jay-Z was sleeping, whatever, in the back. So Jay-Z never responded, but Sauce Money responded. But I think I had the only record at that time dissing Pun like really bad, like talking about killing Pun, family members, all kinds of stupid shit. But I was the only DJ who had it. So I guess Fat Joe called Beat Street at that time, which is shut down in Brooklyn. And Beat Street, you know, told Fat Joe, yo, there's a mixtape, this Whookid guy, this shit sound like hotcakes. There's a song here dissing Pun. So now Pun calls me again to meet him in Harlem. And here I am thinking I'm talking to the promoter. So I get to Harlem to meet in front of the Apollo to get $1,000. And at that time, $1,000 is a lot of money. I never saw $1,000. I told him, don't call my manager. I'm gonna come pick up the $1,000. So when I get there, I didn't see anybody there yet. I thought it was some bullshit, like it was some fake shit. So I get back on the payphone. I went across the street, went on the payphone, and I called Pun again. But I thought it was the promoter. So I started yelling. I used to yell at the promoters all the time. Like, what the fuck, man? Fuck out! You better fucking hurry the fuck up. So Pun is like, yo, who the hell is this Whookid guy? Like, he just cursing me the fuck out. Like, so they got guns, cars, all kinds of stupid shit. So they come into Harlem. I'm waiting and waiting. And I finally see a Benz come up with a Spanish kid in it. So I was like, whoo! Me and my boys was like, yo, Shay, we're gonna get this G, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were like, who we're gonna get this $1,000, yo? Like, I never got $1,000 before.
Never.
So the dude got out the car, he was like, ooh, kid. I was like, yo, that's me, kid. Yo, I'm right here. So I get out, I get the fuck out, right? So I go to him, he's like, yo, we're on 136th Street, you know, behind, I don't know what street, but it was like a dead-end circle, like in the project, you know, they got the circle. He's like, just follow me, kid. We're gonna go speak to Flex. We're gonna chop it up. Flex is in the car waiting for you. So I was like, ooh, we're gonna go chop it up with Flex too, yo. And then the way they had it set up, yo, it was the perfect setup because it was a circle, you know, the two big projects, three buildings, two on the side, one in the middle, and it's a circle. The van was in the middle, and the van was a hooked up van. The van had rims, had fire on it. So I was like, yo, this nigga Flex is here, yo. You know, Flex had the hooked up cars or whatever.
Right.
So in the van, I'm getting close to the van. I see a Spanish kid in the van, like the driver. I was like, yo, this guy, Flex has like Puerto Ricans hanging with him and shit, right? I get even closer, so the door starts sliding now. The door's sliding open, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm looking, it's still dark in there, but I see like a big image in there, right?
A big image?
So I'm like, yo, Flex game mad way, is that big Cap? So I got closer, I was like, yo, is that Cap in there, yo? So in my head, I didn't even think about the mixtape not once until I got really close, and then now I see Pun. I was like, oh shit. In my head, the mixtape came up. I was like, oh, I'm about to fuck. So I was like, the way they had it set up, the van was to the side, so I was blocked. So my loser friends was in the car like dancing or whatever. I tried, you know, do the bogey shit. I put my hand out, yo, what up, kid? Because I thought maybe this is really, they would have booked me. In my head, I was like, maybe they do want to book me, you know what I'm saying? I put my hand out, and Pun was like, his head went behind his head. He was like, and I was like,
and them alligator hands.
No, he was like, he put it behind his head, like he didn't want to give me a pound.
Wow.
So I was like, oh shit. So he was like, you want to come in the van and we're gonna chop it? I was like, hell no, I don't want to come in the van. So and I tried to back up. Now this is the backup part, right? I tried to back up. He still thinks I'm the gangster guy that cursed him out on the phone. And then I think when I backed up, my hands went down, and that's when Pun had a Uzi. I'll never forget this shit. Pun
Uzi?
pulled out, Uzi, so like.
Uzi 9mm.
Pun had the Uzi, his other homeboy. So I closed my eyes, right? So when I closed my eyes and when I opened them, I was in the van. That's how fast I got in the van.
If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you.
So he was like, you know, the record that you put on your CD, no other DJ put it out. And I was like, word? Are you serious? You know, I thought everybody had the same record. So I'm in the floor of the van, like on my, like kind of like on my knees, like. Pun is like telling his boys to chill, cause they were doing, they were like all that, what's gonna pour it, whatever. They were yelling at me and shit. So he told him, get out of here, shut the fuck up, get out of here. He said, and while he said, get out of here, he told Whookid, get up, sit right here. So when I got up, the tape fell out. The tape with the beef song. I saw, yo, it was like fucking The Matrix. That shit fell out, broke open. The dude who was yelling, he was like, I was like, yo, I thought I was gonna die. I was like, you gonna kill me?
When that was a nigga say, y'all, you know you gonna die.
I was like, don't kill me for a tape. I was like, what the fuck? And then he kicked the Spanish kid out. And then he told me straight up, you know, this beef record right here, I understand you're a mixtape DJ. You wanna make your money, because at that time we were making like 20 G's. 15, 20 G's off the streets, like, and he knew that. He was like, all right, I'm just gonna let, you know, I understand now, because I'm watching everything, and you look like, I was like, I don't know how old I was, but I was young at that time, so he was like, you know what? I'm gonna explain to you that this record right here got the Latin Kings laughing at me. That's why you're here. It's not because I wanna rip your head off, but I look crazy because in the streets, I'm respected by the Latin Kings. Like, you know, he was like, yo, on the next mixtape, I want you to intro, say, fuck Jay-Z.
Fuck Jay-Z.
Fuck out of here, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was saying, I'll do whatever. Just get me the fuck out of the van, yo. Everything was cool. He said, all right, let me go. I need just 5 minutes to leave. He drives off, right? And then I give him like a minute. Yo, not even 3 minutes later, like 2 more Jeeps come out. Like he had a Jeep here and a Jeep here. Like he had dudes ready. Like if my boys would have came out, he had dudes ready. Like they came out, and then they were ready, like they would have just shot everybody. Everybody would have got wet up. So out of everybody, what I've learned is Big Pun was like the real gangster out of the whole Terror Squad shit. All that other shit, I mean, because you know, back then Terror Squad, there was a reason why their name was Terror Squad. Like Pun really went out there and did the shit.